Hi, my name is Kimberly Frost, and you're in my studio today to go through a walkthrough of the Wonderlust collection. I'm very excited about this collection because it's an amazing collaboration between the Museum of International Folk Art, located in beautiful Santa Fe, New Mexico, and our esteemed partner, Glen Raven Sunbrella. I've had a love affair with this museum forever. About 10 years ago, I discovered it when I was on a visit to Santa Fe, and I met Pamela Kelly, who took me through the archives, and I have to tell you that it's a treasure. No one knows about them, and they have one of the largest textile collections in the United States. In addition to that, they own the permanent collection of the Alexander Gerard estate, and that again was really an inspiration for me because I love to travel, he loved to travel, we went to the same places, so I tried to pick up all of that when I did this collection. The collection is big, it's Sunbrella, it's all about indoor-outdoor, cleanability, and also just, you know, if I were to use a few words about this collection, I would say it's whimsical and joyful and happy and fun. And I hope that you get this impression when you go out to sell it. The sales rep bag is full of really great things. First of all, you have your 18 by 18s, and one thing that I love is that each 18 by 18 is accompanied by a card with the actual archive on it. There's a lot of written information on the archives and also the patterns, so please look at that so you can get a little bit more detail about what each archive represents, what it means, and it's a talking story about the life of these fabrics. For example, this is a kuko. This came from a beautiful piece of pottery found in the archives. And what I loved about it was the lines and how beautiful and perfect that these lines were. And these were, you know, it was part of a piece of pottery, but we were able to emulate it in a woven. One of my favorites is milagro. You know, milagros are a little talisman or amulets that bring luck, or for example, this is off of the evil eye. So, you know, instead of making an eye, which probably people wouldn't love, we were able to incorporate and interpret it in a way that's more organic, like a leaf. And each one, like I said, has a story. Harlem, for example, Alexander Gerard's father, he collected needlepoint samplers, and so we looked at these samplers and took each weave or each like cross stitch and incorporated it into this patchwork design. And I just love that it's colorful and textured and has a really nice all over feel. So each one of these has a story, and I love that. So please use these cards to tell the story because it's important to kind of bring the archive and the pattern together. You also have a color layout, and I know that Mike does a really great thing. He numbers them, and so if it's hard to keep them in order, just give a number to the top one, starting with 1 and down to the last one, and I think that helps you with ease of putting it into a color rotation. There's one other pattern that's not part of the collection, but another Sunbrella collection pattern, and it's called Textura. And Textura is this amazing boucle, and what I love about this is that it's a little unusual for Sunbrella to have so much texture. So I think this one is really nice, again, for indoor-outdoor, high cleanability, and a textural pattern that actually goes with this collection and also with the Vala Simpson collection. One thing I want to say, though, is that everything that we're doing with the Sunbrella construction is building on the brand. So take out your Vala Simpson, take out some past Sunbrella products, and bring them together, I think. And also, these all work really nicely with your polyurethanes and your PVCs. So bring that all together because it's a story about cleanability. It's perfect for educational, for healthcare. So don't be afraid to do that. I find that helps the sale a little bit too when you have a foundation in a certain construction. The other things that I want to talk about is that this is full of marketing collateral. For example, in your sales kit, you will have a sheet with all the information on the back. You will be given postcards, which are amazing. And then little bags that have the worry dolls. Now the worry dolls was an idea because they represent, they were given to children. They were made in Guatemala, given to children to put under their bed to take away their, you know, their nightmares. So this is a little story within these bags to give to your client. You also have your cards, all your binder cards again, with the logo of the Museum of International Folk Art and also Kimberle. So please really focus on that partnership because it's important. The other thing that you should have access to and you should use is that Kimberle did an amazing job with their marketing on their website. There's a video that goes through all of the patterns and also an informational video that goes through the process and each pattern. And I think this is linked into our video or our website, so try to use that for your presentation. So I find sometimes even in as a background, because it has a nice flow to it, it helps to have a creative and visual kind of stimulation with this whole collection. So just enjoy. It's one of my favorites. It's very near and dear to me, and I hope that you will also find that it's fun to sell, and I would love to hear your feedback. Thank you.